Hello, bonjour, konnichiwa, and hola. These are all different ways to say hi in a different language. And there are many benefits to knowing a different language, and today I will be sharing a lot of the benefits with you. Learning a second language will be more beneficial than just knowing it. You will be more culturally aware. You will have, your test scores will improve, cognitive skills will improve, and it is a lot easier to acquire a second language at a young age. So today I will just be talking about the importance of learning it, especially at a young age. Learning it at a young age is very, very important. There is a critical period to language acquisition in which a child's brain is more primed to learn. So a study done by Patricia Cole explained that children 8 to 12 months start to focus on the sounds of their native language and lose an ear for sounds in other languages. And according to the learning experience, a study done by them says it is best to start bilingual education at the preschool level. Not saying that it is not also beneficial to learn at a high school level, but you will retain more and understand more if done at a young age. If kept up with learning the language and if your parents or if the class you're taking as a young child, if you keep up with that, through ages 7 and 8, children can learn to speak a second language and be fluent with grammar and speak it without an accent. And young children learn through play-like activities, so they learn better when they interact with people who are native to that language. They learn through games and they learn through hands-on experience. And they are less self-conscious around older people learning it. Because they're young, they don't have that fear of embarrassment of showing the new language skill. They are very much more excited and willing to show it than older people would be. And the reason it is easier for younger children to learn a second language is because infants growing up, from infancy to puberty, that span, children are like sponges. So they retain a lot of information at a very young age. They absorb language, behavior, body language, just a bunch of different things that children retain at a very young age. So now that you know the importance of learning it at a young age, let's talk about the cognitive benefits. And there are a lot of cognitive benefits that come with being bilingual. So according to a European study, multilingual people, especially children, are skilled at switching between two systems of writing, speech, and structure. So they're very good at switching between this language, so like English and Spanish, speaking it or writing it. So if a Hispanic family were to go to a restaurant, there's a mom and a son. If they were to go to the restaurant and the mom doesn't speak a lot of English, but the son does, the son is made to be a translator, relaying information from the mom to the waiter, waiter to mom, going back and forth between English and Spanish to try and order a meal. A study done by Penn State says that this juggling skill makes them go multitaskers because they are able to train their brain to switch between the two languages. In one study, participants were asked to partake in a driving simulator while also doing distracting tasks, so like texting or maybe changing the radio or changing a song on their phone, something like that. And the research shows that people who were bilingual made fewer mistakes than people who only knew one language. Now that we have covered cognitive skills and the benefits with that, test scores are also improved with knowing a second language. So academic scores are improved according to Panda Tree, states that tens of thousands of high school students who studied a foreign language scored higher on tests like the ACT than students who didn't, and they scored higher in the English and math part of the test. Studies also show that SAT verbal scores improve with the length of time students have studied that language. A study done by ACTFL took a group of third graders and did a Spanish lesson 3 days out of the week for 1 semester. And at the end, results showed that students that had that Spanish course with them scored significantly higher than the group who did not. Reading scores didn't change much, but the children with the Spanish class scored higher in math and language. So again, it doesn't matter what age, it doesn't necessarily matter what age you learn a new language, but again, learning it at a younger age will help you retain more and help you remember more. Not only are test scores and cognitive scores improved, but a person is more culturally aware. So being more culturally aware helps in many ways. It helps you learn about that culture, different kinds of food and music. You learn new social norms from where that language originates. So if you were learning Spanish or French, you would learn about the culture from wherever that language is from. So Spanish, you would look at, let's say, Mexico, and you would learn the social norms there, like how they do. You would learn their values and what is okay to do and what's not okay to do. Same with any language. You learn the culture and are more culturally aware of different languages, places, values around the world because you know this language and you need to be aware of that if you're going to learn the language. So I have talked about cultural awareness with learning a second language, the importance of learning it at an early age, cognitive skills improved, academic scores improved. There are many more benefits to learning a second language. These are just a few. So in conclusion, I highly recommend learning a second language at a young age. No matter what age, learn it, but better to do it at an early age. So learning a second language will definitely help you. It will definitely help you in life as you get older. Highly recommend learning one.